Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Ask a Paranormal Investigator. My name is Matthew Baxter. I've been doing paranormal investigation for over 34 years, and I'm ready to lead you into another one. Dr. Karen Stolzno and I took a tour of the Winchester Mystery House back in March of 2013 as part of a deeper investigation of the truth behind the mystery. Now, this was for the wonderful book, Haunting America. Now, I won't waste your time with too much blah, blah, blah about the place because you've either been there yourself, heard about it, read about it, or you can just Google it real quick. Go ahead, we'll wait. Okay, the Winchester Mystery House really is a mystery because people don't always want to know the truth. See, a marketing survey held by the company that owns the house revealed that visitors want to hear the legends of an obsessive, superstitious mad woman and her spirits. On the tours, teenage tour guides recite robotically a strict script that is riddled with inaccuracies and exaggeration.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Strongbat, and welcome to the Strongbat and River Quest Safari Venture. Please keep your arms, legs, and valuables inside the vehicle at all times, and get ready to experience the fury of the Strongbat and Riverboat Super Fun Ride.
They talk about things like the door to nowhere, or the stairs to nowhere, the obsession with the number 13, the seance room. This is a rewritten history so embedded that it's difficult to peel back the layers of folklore to find the facts. The story is that Sarah Winchester felt so much guilt about all of the lives lost because of the Winchester rifles that they were coming after her. All those spirits were coming after her. And she had to keep building, for her entire life to keep confusing the spirits. And at the same time, to build enough room for the spirits to stay. So, whichever of those two you like the best, I guess. But there's no evidence that Sarah felt any guilt about her family's trade. The Winchesters made their first fortune making shirts. Then they invested in the firearms business. Now, they didn't invent the rifle. She didn't carry around guilt about it because they didn't even invent it. But they also produced silverware. So maybe she should have felt guilt about all of us that got fat using her forks. Now, there's no proof that she ever consulted a psychic named Adam Coons. There is evidence that she consulted a realtor. Now, also, she wasn't a spiritualist, like they say. She was a practicing Episcopalian. The seance room was just a bedroom for various staff members over the years. Now, Sarah did indeed work on the mansion for a long time. Rather than using a medium to talk to her dead husband, she used their shared love of architecture to feel closer to him. She stopped building after the 1906 earthquake. The entire top 3 floors collapsed into lower level rooms and were never rebuilt. The stairway to nowhere actually did go somewhere, a previous upper floor. The door to nowhere used to open onto a balcony. Sarah herself mentioned that the post-earthquake house looked as though it had been built by a crazy person. Now, she moved out of the house into one of her other properties and lived out the remaining 20 years of her life. So much for believing in a curse to keep building the house to confuse the ghosts. Now, the newspapers at the time branded her as being a snob and suspicious of carrying on strange things in the house because she was a bit of a recluse. And when she died, John H. Brown purchased the house and opened it to the public only 5 months later. He took over the legends, as well as creating some more of his own. They added several more features, doorway in the floor, and they added a few more 13s to the mix. The Brown family still owns the house to this day. At the end of the tour, the guide says, just like Disneyland, the only exit leads you out into the gift shop. So I know, amusement parks, people are paying for the amusement they get. But to be told lies about a real person that lived in a real place with these made up stories, I don't really know if I agree with that kind of amusement. Um, Giving the people what they want isn't always the right thing to do. Money really does talk. And in this case, the BS doesn't walk. It stays right there, nice and cozy in the house. So I want to thank you guys for joining me again on Ask a Paranormal Investigator. Hit that like button and, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all those things that help us keep this channel going. And send me some questions and I'll answer everything I can. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.